Hey, what's up, YouTube? What's up, Side DIY? We'll show you guys pretty much the rebar. It looks like rebar, but it's actually rebar. It's a strong, different kind of rebar. And some of the framing, it seems how it is to and some drains. Oh man. So they got these these big square type of things. That's going to be for like stilts. I guess they're going to use a stilt system for this slab. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just on this half of the which I don't know, having stilts and having a girdle all the way around. The stilts might add a little more weight to some areas, whereas but then it's going to add support too. So it shouldn't, with how evenly spaced and things, it shouldn't really bother much. Just having thicker concrete in some areas, it really helps out, rather than and over there, they kind of, by the porta potty, there's a pile of cement somehow. I wonder where, and like, so I don't know, maybe it seems like this plastic tarp, it's gonna have cement sitting on it. It's a weather type of blocker, but if water gets trapped on top of it, it'll corrode it too. I don't know, or maybe things might just leak accordingly. I just don't know this design, but this is what they're doing. There's a pretty nice framing in certain areas and things like that for steps, ground floor steps and things. I don't know. And and there's all types of supplies. There's the gates even open, where it's kind of weird. So yeah, they started laying the rebar and stuff, and it actually sticks out through the framing, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be probably like a certain like road or alleyway or something. Maybe right here is a driveway, and that's still going to be kind of cement, but at a shorter level compared to the other things, or the other forms, basically, and rebar. So, but still, right here they have these support, dug out just to fill it in with concrete and having thicker concrete. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's around 11. So it's pretty much evened out on both sides. And some of this wood, like that wood over there, is pretty expensive. It's around, is it 2x8? You get 2x6 or 2x8. But they're using new wood. Using new wood is expensive, especially when it's just going to get dirty and things like that. I actually reuse some forms and things like that, just because, save my good new wood for other things. So this maze like wall is still here. A lot of things are still here. It's just you know, let's see, kind of like this fence. They have power to this place. I don't know, but it's gonna be interesting. Like if I could get to documenting kind of the cement being finished. It actually takes a few months, inspections and things like that, but this is an important part to kind of you know, work on. And I was thinking of maybe using a welder to weld rebar and things instead of using just the ties, but the ties seem good enough, I think. When things sit in the cement, it's just going to absorb you know, a lot of movement. So pretty neat. I don't know, there could be some drain pipes. So this is pretty cool. This is pretty interesting right here because it's actually over the sewer. So they put this here to protect crushing the pipe or something. Pretty interesting. It's really heavy duty metal. And so right here is interesting. They actually went into the street and cut some of it, the sidewalk out over there. I guess that's what that pile over there was for. And this right here, I don't know. They started laying lines. It's just weird. There's tubing. Maybe it's gonna bring in a lot of water, gas, electricity. I don't know. Pretty cool. Interesting. Just looking at, you know, stuff to recycle, and you know, there's bars, there's all types of stuff happening. Man, imagine digging this out and filling it up with fish or something. This is what it would be like. And wow, there's like stuff sticking out from the old ground, even an old sewer pipe right there. Man, but yeah, if I dug a pond inside my yard, it would pretty much be kind of like this size, and that's all the space I would have. No, it'll be a little shorter. It'll be probably up to the edge of that gravel. That's probably like the size of my shed, and then I got that little area, and it's not as wide. It's going to be pretty much narrow, but this metal grate right here is kind of sticking. There's like a tunnel space below this metal grate, you know. It's like hanging off the street. I don't know. Looks pretty dangerous, you know. Anything oddball could be dangerous. So here's more hardware sales office. So they would have a nice little sales office just to show people, you know, and make a little bit of money. Just make a little bit of money while they're working too, or not working. So yeah, there, you know, all that forming and slab work over there, it's going to all be over here too. It's going to be interesting how far it's going to take. It's going to take at least a year, and every year when you do construction, sometimes, you know, you got to renew the permits like every year, I think. Sometimes every year or two. They should make it 2, but building permits don't last that long. So you gotta be really efficient on your labor, and you gotta be really efficient on suppliers and laborers and things like that. So right there's some power line right there. This little meter, so it's pretty awesome. And I guess it goes into the office, so it's really not used for much. So yeah, and there's a security guard that comes, that kind of is actually a security guard that actually when the workers are here, they actually patrol this place. I don't know, maybe they don't want people, and sometimes, you know, off the clock, there could be some security too. But, you know, if you had cameras, at least, you know, that'll take a lot of the pressure of, you know, just seeing what's happening and things like that for sites like this. And, you know, they help security too, and just keep everything, you know, modern and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty much, it was a really hot sunny day and things. The sun's actually, like, you would think it'll be straight down on this street, but sometimes even the sun's position when you're walking, sometimes you're on one street and then it'll be straight on the next and things. You never know but it's like, for me and growing up, and it's pretty much northwest. It's like, it would be like at Hawaii right now or something like that. Or just getting really hot in Hawaii. It was pretty hot. And in the wintertime, it's way down on the other side. You're actually like turning, you know, during up to January, or, you know, until the springtime in like March. January through March, it'll actually be right here, but it'll be kind of cloudy. I'm not really sure. When it was raining and things, and they had those tarps, but this is a really nice construction site. There's actually 2 or 3 more. There, you know, there's like a BART station. They're actually demolitioning this other site, so I might, you know, they're retrofitting or doing something with a train station, and there's actually an office warehouse that's not this large, but it's you know, I walked by a few months ago and it was demolition. And, you know, with me, you know, living out here for so long, is I get to see different places and you know, where things are actually being done and things. So I get to relax and you know, think about other people and stuff that way, and then try to learn, and then move on, I guess. It's hard sometimes to really be satisfied in things. You know, you just gotta satisfy whatever you got planned. So I guess there's a quick look at it. It looks pretty much, they've been building, you know, pretty much, you know, apartments, I guess. And they also, like, where I go shopping, they also built a lot of apartments too on a large scale. Maybe half of this, but it's really tall. They built like a 10-story. So they're building a lot of apartments, you know, and it's pretty much urbanized, you know, just a lot of people in a small area and things. But apartments are really fun to think about, because you got so many different rooms, like a motel and things, whereas you could do pretty much a lot of different you know, things in different apartments, and decoration wise, or just even who's living in that apartment. Kind of have to know, you know, if they have a family or if they're single. So it's pretty interesting living out here. And look at these big old rocks and things. It's like, you know, to help to keep the dirt, you know, from blowing away, and actually having a harder ground to so it's pretty neat. And, you know, I mean, I forget about most of these constructions and just hope and look for the next thing that changes and things. But, you know, when things are all done and things, it's pretty worth it. It's really fun and exciting stuff. And you can only get certain information about it at certain times, so that's pretty much why I'm kind of doing this part. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you guys on the next video. I got another good video coming up, so I'll talk to you later. Bye.